Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
He swears he's innocent, but the mayor of Taylor is now under federal indictment, accused of bribery.
Caught in the act of a good deed. You're about to meet a child whose small act of kindness has become a pretty big deal.
And a local family says a cemetery can't locate the remains of their loved one, and they are now demanding answers. Glad you're with us for Local 4 News at 6. So imagine burying your loved one at a cemetery, and then more than a decade later, you're told those remains are missing.
Yeah, just awful. Well, that's exactly what one local family is experiencing after they discovered Isaac Dixon's grave somehow went missing at the Sunset Hills Cemetery in Ypsilanti.
Coco McAvoy on the story tonight. Coco, they're now taking legal action.
Yes, that's right. The family filed a lawsuit today. It was already difficult for them to lose their loved one, and now they feel like they've lost him all over again. In 2001, Isaac Dixon was laid to rest after a drug overdose at just 37 years old.
You do everything to have closure, you know, you make sure your brother is at rest.
Then 3 years ago, family tried visiting Dixon at his grave at Sunset Hills Cemetery in Ypsilanti.
No one can find a marker, no one knew, no paperwork, nothing.
Dixon was nowhere to be found. His body vanished.
And I felt like it was very unfair to what happened to my brother.
The cemetery was taken over by Covenant Cemetery Services back in 1999, and that company isn't offering an explanation.
They didn't put families on notice that there were any problems there, and yet there definitely was a problem that happened on their watch.
The family is now teaming up with an attorney to track down Dixon's remains.
It's outrageous to think that they just don't know where this person is. What did they do with him? Where is he?
And how exactly could this happen?
I just want answers. I want to know where my brother's remains is. This shouldn't happen to anyone, and I don't want it to happen to anyone else.
And the family and the attorneys have been trying to get in contact with the company that owns the cemetery. We also reached out to that company a couple of times today and have not heard back. We'll let you know if we do. Back to you.
Well, Coco, I'm curious if we've heard of any other people who have maybe had a similar problem with this cemetery, or is this just a one-off?
So that's part of this too. The attorneys fear that there could be more victims, so they believe that after seeing this story, more people could come forward.
Yeah, we will see. All right, Coco. Kim?
Well, it was February of this year when we first reported on the federal raids at Taylor City Hall. Well, tonight, Mayor Rick Sollers is indicted for what the feds are calling 4 years worth of bribery. Sean Lay spent the day in federal court and had a chance to speak with Sollers. Sean, from day one, he's claimed to be innocent.
That's correct. And the details we're learning from the indictment and what happened late today inside federal court are absolutely stunning. But as soon as the mayor walked out of court, I asked him one question. Are you going to resign? Here's his answer.
I've said it from day one. I'm innocent. I look forward to clearing my name and putting this behind me and getting back to doing the good work for the residents of the city of Taylor.
So you're not going to resign?
I am not going to resign. Absolutely not.
Taylor Mayor Rick Sollers, his wife by his side after appearing in federal court late this afternoon. The mayor saying he's not guilty of bribery charges. The feds hitting the mayor today with a 33-count indictment that the mayor allegedly funneled taxpayer-funded city work to one man, this real estate business owner, Shadi Awad. And in exchange, Awad allegedly paid for massive renovations to the mayor's home and lake home, totaling tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking about things like new hardwood floors, new appliances, even a cigar humidor. Awad is also charged. Text messages playing a huge part in this case. Awad allegedly texting that his friendship with the mayor was worth $1 million to him.
I haven't read the text messages, as I just said. I'll read them tonight and tomorrow and go over the details with my attorney.
You see the mayor leaving federal court. He's out on $10,000 unsecured bond. Awad, the real estate magnate related to this, also appeared in court a little earlier today. He pled not guilty as well. His attorney tells me they're fighting the charges, and he says Awad did nothing wrong. Guys, it's not over. One more Taylor City official allegedly working alongside the mayor is going to be in court tomorrow on wire fraud charges, all related to this corruption scandal. Back to you.
And I'm wondering, Sean, what does the city have to say about all of of this, City of Taylor?
We're wondering too, how do you move a city forward and conduct city business with the mayor at the helm? He says he's not resigning. The city today said they had no comment about that. We would have to ask the mayor's attorney about that.
Indeed, and more to come on this story for sure. All right, Sean.
We got another good dose of vitamin D today.
Yes, makes everything better, even though it's really, really cold.
Yeah.
Let's check in with Ben, see how we're shaping up tonight.
Yeah, guys, it's still going to be cold tomorrow, but it's going to be less cold than what we had today, and those temperatures are going to continue moving upward. In fact, when you look at the map and you try to find sort of the coldest spot, and you draw a line down the middle, that's where it is. So we're really on the back side of this, and that means we're going to start seeing some warmer temperatures come in here. It's 43 in St. Louis, 40 in Kansas City, and we will be seeing afternoon numbers like that for a good chunk of the 7-day forecast, believe it or not. Now, as far as what we're expecting for the rest of tonight, those numbers are still going to be cold tonight, but we are going to be watching temperatures come down as we get forward in the forecast. So coming up, we'll talk about what's heading our way this weekend, how warm these temperatures are going to get, and whether or not there's still a chance of seeing a white Christmas on the 25th. It's all coming up in a few minutes. Don't forget to download our Local Forecasters app. It's got interactive radar, severe weather alerts, and a whole lot more in our brand new Local Forecasters app. Search WDIV in your favorite app store. Guys.
All right, Ben. Well, President Trump had plenty on his plate with the impeachment vote, and now, today, receiving pushback from both sides of the aisle following the comments he made about the late Michigan Congressman John Dingell at last night's rally in Battle Creek.
John would be so thrilled. He's looking down, he'd be so thrilled. Thank you so much, sir. I said, that's okay, don't worry about it. Maybe he's looking up, I don't know.
Well, John Dingell's widow, Debbie Dingell, his successor, learned about the president's comments from a reporter. Since then, she says she has received a ton of support from her peers from both parties.
I was not prepared for the shot at my husband, and I'm already having a hard time at the holidays, so it didn't make it easier. And I have heard from all kinds of people. The Republicans in the House have been incredible today. Some people have said it's almost like John Dingell's still upstairs arranging things, because on a day that could have been very hard on the House floor, we came together as a community and people were incredibly kind to me.
The president was asked several times today if he regretted the remarks that he made about the Dingells. He declined to answer.
Dearborn Heights police are looking for a suspect allegedly seen taking window screens off homes trying to get inside. Police say this is a suspect's car. Take a good look there. A woman was seen walking on Annapolis Street, looking at homes and taking window screens off of homes. We're told she wasn't able to get inside any homes and ran to her blue Pontiac when a neighbor and victim saw her. If you have any information, you're asked to call Dearborn Heights Police.
Well, you know you really shouldn't speed anywhere.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you know why I'm looking at you. But if you are going to say, forget the speed limit, don't let it be on Southfield, on the Southfield Road.
This is true, because police are cracking down along the stretch from 9 Mile to 14 Mile, just north of where M39 ends. Kim DeGiulio takes us inside the operation and reveals how it all came about.
When Southfield Freeway becomes Southfield Road, many drivers aren't adjusting to the speed limit, which is 45 in this area. As a result, driving through this area is super dangerous, and now police are working to make it safer. You're going to see more of those flashing blue and red lights through Southfield, Lathrop Village, and Beverly Hills.
I'm afraid to walk my dog. I live off of 13 Mile.
Over the last year, those three cities have seen a big increase in crashes that were speed-related.
Traffic crashes are happening daily.
The biggest area for crashes is Southfield Road between 9 and 14 Mile. How often do you see people speeding on this road?
All the time. You always have to be, careful to make sure that people aren't cutting you off or anything.
With lots of dining, shopping, and entertainment through these communities, drivers are speeding through the area, trying to get in and out as quick as possible.
A lot of times you hear screeches, and it's just, to me, it's dangerous.
Southfield Police Chief Elvin Barron wants those drivers to consider this their warning to drive the speed limit or get pulled over.
We have recently developed a traffic enforcement unit. They've been assigned strategically to areas of the city.
The increased patrol is a welcome change for local residents.
I want to be able to walk my dog and not be in fear of getting hit.
Chief Barron also said that they're not just starting this up right now to make more money at the end of the year through ticketing drivers. Data suggests that the holiday shopping season is the most dangerous time to travel through this area. In Southfield, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
All right, thanks for the warning, Kim.